Hello, soccer coaches. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use MenteeSports to make your life easier. So first you want to go to app.menteesports.com and then scroll down if you haven't registered and click create an account. Once you're there, select coach. All right? Because you can either create as an athlete, a coach, or all access plan. Once you select coach, just fill in your details and create the account. For me, I already have an account, so I'm just going to sign in. The first place you're going to be brought into is the coach dashboard. Here, you basically see an overview of the athletes who have connected with you. Those are the ones that you sent an invite to and they've accepted. You also see your athletes or your players who need review. So basically, needing review basically means that either your player or athlete hasn't uploaded an analysis video in a while, or they haven't even uploaded an analysis video since they started using the Mentee Sports platform, or maybe they haven't actually done their training sessions which they've subscribed for. Basically, this tells you that an asset needs review so you can follow up with them. So this one for Jess says it needs review, and then you can see last analysis was done 2 weeks ago. This means that Jess hasn't done any video analysis to track their ball control, touch frequency, basically their soccer technique. And then you can see the one for George. It says no completed analysis is available for this athlete yet. You can also see like the athletes who are still pending invitations, meaning you sent the invite to them, but they haven't accepted. Then you can see how many active plans you have. This is basically how many athletes have active training plans, because in the athlete profile, there is the opportunity for them to do weekly training plans. So you can see which of your athletes are actually doing those plans here. And then you can also see how many athletes have done, uploads of their videos in the past 7 days. So it shows here in the recent activity that Jess completed a training session. It also shows that Mentee completed an analysis today, and it also shows like the invitations that are pending, and just basically you have the big brother eye to like see what all your athletes are doing. And then if you scroll down, you basically see like all your athletes, and then the ones that need review, the ones pending invitation, things like that. So I'm just going to click into one of my athletes here. And here you see that we've gone into mentee's profile, which is like your athlete, right? And in the overview page, it basically just shows a summary of how your athlete has been doing. It also shows the snapshot of the key performance metrics. So this is basically from the last training video that your athlete uploaded. These were their results. It shows whether they're improving, whether it needs attention because it's low, or whether they have like a stable value. And in here, we basically recommend next steps. As a coach, you can also edit this and add like your own next step. And if you click that, you can basically come here, update it, click update next steps, and then it updates it here. The athlete gets this information and basically follows through with what you've assigned. All right. And basically shows the plan overview of the training plan that your athlete is following. If I go to the reporting, we can look at their statistics. So here it basically shows the statistics for all the videos they've analyzed recently. So you can see the touch frequency, ball to foot distance, balance, agility, ball control, composure, max speed, max acceleration, and it just shows basically all the analysis. And something interesting here is this one. This one shows a video that was uploaded and then compared to another player. So yes, because in the athlete profile, you can actually upload another player's video and compare yourself to that player. So these athletes basically compare themselves to Sam, and you can see how they, you know, vary in their various techniques. All right, so the next one is the progress. You can also see how your player is progressing. All right, you can see if they are stable, if it's going down, if it's going up. You can also see the videos that they uploaded. The next thing is, as a coach, you can leave a private note. So this is not visible to your athletes. This is basically what you want to remember concerning these athletes. So, example, just type something. And then if you have a follow up that you want to do or discuss with them, you can put that there and just save. So when you save this, it's just you that would have access to this note. The athletes will have access to it. It's private to you. Now, another interesting thing that makes the life of coaches so much simple is reporting tab. This is like one of the awesome features of MenteeSports because you have like maybe over 10 athletes. You don't want to be writing reports for them every week or every month, depending on how they are doing. Like for all your athletes, you can generate a report from MenteeSports for all their behaviors. Okay. So right now it's loading the report and we're going to see how it looks like when it's done. And the good thing is when it's done generating the report, you can also download it as a PDF. So it just makes your life easy, really. Like all you have to do is generate the report, download it, and then share it with either your team manager or the parents of the players, and you move on with your day, move on to something else that you want to do. So right now the report is done and it says that the analysis in the range is 18. So in the last 3 months, it found 18 good analyses to compare their results to. If you click show definitions, it's going to show you the meaning of the various terms that you might see here, but I'm just going to hide it for now. And then here you can basically see the coach decision summary, the key metrics over the past 3 months, the latest speed, the average speed, peak speed. It shows if it's declining or if it's improving. It basically shows you like the data summary. It shows you the top strengths, the priority areas, things that you need to look out for. It also provides like a trend comparison. It shows you like earlier baseline, the latest, the best peak, the period average, direction, and basically what it means. And you can see down here also has like a small glossary to kind of explain what the various columns mean. And then it now also shows the recommended interventions, like the drills and trainings that the person should do and what next. If you continue scrolling down, you see like the performance snapshots, just basically showing how the athlete is doing. And then there's like a summary verdict, which now like gives you a summary based on everything that he knows about that player. And you can also download the report as a PDF. Just scroll up and click download scout PDF, and then basically have all this in the PDF that you can share either with your manager or even the parents of the athletes. All right, so before I move on from this section, which involves connecting with your athletes, tracking their progress, and just basically generating reports, there's something I missed, which is how to invite your athletes. So basically, you just have to click the invite athlete button, type in the email address that the athlete used to register to Mentee Sports, and then send the invitation. Now that we're done with that, let's head over to the coach studio. MenteeSports, you can also create tactical sessions using AI. You can create tactical boards using AI. Like you do not have to create it from scratch. You can start with AI and then decide to edit your boards manually. But I'm going to show you how you can do that. So let's say game day is next week, Saturday, or you have a training session on Thursday and you do not want to create tactical boards from scratch. You don't want to use a whiteboard and start drawing and erasing. Well, Mentee Spots is here for you. All you have to do is click create with AI, and you can either start to write your prompt there or just click prompt library. The prompt library, it has ready to use prompts. Okay, so let me click on the 11 by 11 prompt and you can see the details. So you can see create an 11 by 11 tactical board face of play called blue build out against red press. It basically shows the various team roles, the objective, organization, the setup, how the drill works. It shows the reset rules, the scoring, the coaching points, everything. All you have to do is click use prompt. Okay. And if for some reasons there's some things that you want to change, you can scroll down here. You can basically scroll through the prompt and edit those areas that you want to edit. If you want to add a new face, you can basically just press enter and add a new face. For example, if you want to put face 9, all right? So I'm just going to use it as it is. Scroll down. I'm going to change the age group to 13 plus and then click generate plan. So right now it starts to generate and build out your tactical board for you, and within minutes, literally your board is ready for you to use. Once it's done generating, you'll be brought to this page to review and edit. So you can scroll through and review what has been generated, or you can just go straight and click open render. Okay, and then click open review. All right, so now what it's done for you is it's created a legend where you basically see what the lines mean, what the various short names mean. So in case you're a new coach, you don't know what DM means, you don't know what LM means, like, or even for your players that you share this with, if you don't know what it means, they can basically see in the legend. All right, I'm just gonna hide this legend here, and then we can see that that prompt has basically generated a tactical board with different phase of play. All right, so the first phase is saying that the goalkeeper passes to RCB, and we can see that here. Click on the phase 2, and then you can see what happens next, and then continue scrolling to phase 4. It says RB passes to RCM. So basically it's built out the phases for you. And if there is something that you want to change, all right, if it's something maybe you want to change a position, you can either do this with the chat edits down here. You can select the face that you want to edit, whether it's all the faces or just a particular face or the whole drill, and then you put the instruction here. But some people might just want to take ownership of it from there. So what you can do is just click edit board manually. You can either click it here or all the way at the top, click edit board manually. It basically imports the same thing that you had over the AI generated board, import it to the manual edit board. And basically you can move your players around. You can move the line to another player if it's your choice. You can basically now start playing around with it. Just move it around, do what you want to do. You can also change the faces. Okay, so you just come down here. This is face 1, blue GK start to the ball. You can update this face here. You can update it there. Just click through the faces, see everything that's happening. You can change it as you want. So if I click on this blue team and I say I want their color to be orange, I've clicked. Now it's no more blue, it's now orange. Okay, so you can also add more tools here. You can add like a highlight zone. For example, let me add a zone here, and I just want to put it here. You can add more objects or even remove an object. For example, if I wanted to remove this arrow, I can just click on it and then select delete selected, and that's gone. So basically you can now have full control of the tactical board. So you always do not have to start from scratch. Basically, that's what I'm saying. And when you're done, you can save the board, export as PNG or PDF, and then you can also share with your athletes. All the save boards go to the library section. So on the Code Studio, we have the prompt library, we have the manual board library, and we have the AI generated drills library. Let us start with the AI generated drill library. If I click on it, I can see all the drills that I've created and saved. If you have an athlete that you want to share the board with, you can click on share, it loads your athletes. You can select athletes you want and then share with them. All right, so now we're going to open up a drill so I can show you how you can download as PDF or even share with your athlete. All right, so we're here. I'm just going to click render so I can see the full view. Right here, I can either share with athletes or just click on export and click download PDF, and it downloads my tactical board for me. So this is how the PDF looks like. The first page is basically a summary of all the faces, and then you start drilling down through all the faces in the other pages. And here, like, voila, you're ready for game day, you're ready for a training day. Like, people are not confused on the day when they come because they've already received the PDF with the various board journey, the coaching points. And just as you can do this for the AI generated drills, you can also do this for the manual boards. So what I showed you here was for the AI generated drill. If I go to the manual board library and I just open a manual board, for example, this one. So this is just showing like a 4x4 play. Okay. And if you wanted to share this with your athletes, you can either share it here by clicking share or click PDF. And then it also generate the PDF for you, just as it did for the AI generated drills. So here you have it. You saw the one for the AI generated drills exported as PDFs. This is the manual boards also exported as PDFs. The first page is a summary. The second page is basically now the various faces broken down. So you can see this, the face description, the board details. So this is pretty much all that you need to give your players, and then they're ready. They basically understand what they need to do when they come to training the next day. All right. So just to kind of like refresh our memory on what you can use MenteeSports to do as a coach, we had looked at the coach dashboard, how you can basically load all your athletes, monitor what they're doing on the platform, just to ensure that they're actually using the tool to improve themselves, to track their techniques, and to even do weekly training sessions. Okay, you can also generate a report for your athletes. You can export it. Another thing you can do is come to Coach Studio. You can create a tactical board with AI. You can basically use the prompt library, any of the prompts from the prompt library, or you can basically create a manual board directly. So all you have to do is to put the formations that you want for the opponent team, for the home team, and then put the colors that you want. If I want a purple, for example, here, and then click create board, it will create the board for you. And then you can now start creating from scratch. You can start putting all the arrows, all the different phases. Basically, this will happen. This is what will happen if you're building from scratch without using AI. You have to start building out the phases by yourself. All right. So another thing, the last thing that I want to talk about in the Coach Studio is the AI Assist. So basically, when you open AI Assist, it's actually able to help you develop training sessions, training plans for you and your team. So I'm just going to choose something here, just an example prompt here, which says build a 75-minute training session for pressing after loss and quick attack transitions. And just because I like tables, I would say use tables where necessary for easy understanding. So now it's going to generate the 75 minutes training session for you. And when you're done, you can also export it as a PDF and like you're ready for your coaching. So it's done creating the 75-minute training session. So as you can see, as I told you to put things in table where necessary, just because I like when things are organized in tables. It's easier for me to read. So this is what it generated. If you do not like what it is, or if you want to like improve, you can also chat with like the AI assist chat, and then you can improve. The good thing is you can click export PDF and it basically will export your PDF for you. So if I click export PDF, so it basically provides the export for you. You can take this, share with your athletes, share with your team, and you're good to go. No spending hours thinking of training plans. You're basically set and ready to go. So, other things you can do is to update your coach profile. You can leave feedback if you see something that could be better or should be added. If you have an issue, you can always raise a support ticket through the help center. And when you're done, go about enjoying your day because you deserve rest too. If you have any questions on how to use the platform, just leave a comment in the comment section and I'll get back to you.